One of the Broncos' young defensive ends has just been suspended indefinitely for betting on NFL games.
Yeah, this isn't good news to get. We're going to bring in our Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. So tell us about this, Mike. What's the impact and who's the player? What are the accusations here?
Yeah, it's Eyioma Uwazurike. He's a defensive lineman. He was a fourth-round draft pick out of Iowa State last year. He started playing more in the second half of last season. He had a blocked field goal against the Chiefs' Harrison Butker late in this season. They were counting on him this year. But he bet on NFL games during the 2022 season. I mean, it's not the smartest thing in the world. It's pretty clear, the NFL gambling policy. You cannot, under any circumstance, bet on NFL games. He did. And so he's going to be suspended for at least a year. He can apply for reinstatement at this time next year, July 24th of 2024. We'll see if the Broncos still have a roster spot for him if he is reinstated at that time.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of rumblings about, people breaking the gambling league's the policy, but it hasn't touched our current roster yet. So to hear it is just like a little jarring today. But you think this is essentially the end for him with the Broncos?
Well, it's I'm not saying that. What's happened last year, a couple guys with the Detroit Lions who were caught up in violating the gambling policy. As soon as they were reinstated, they were released by the Lions. I don't think they call him Uwazurike. I don't think they're going to release him right now. He's a talented guy, fourth-round draft pick, and like I said, they were counting on him. He had a lot of talent, raw talent. He's a big, tall guy, 6'7", and it's just really unfortunate what happened to him. But obviously, it's something that he brought on himself by gambling on NFL games. I mean, they have these seminars. They show them to the team. It's pretty clear what you can or can't do in the NFL gambling policy. And we'll have to see what the investigation holds. It's just now breaking news. But Innie, for right now, is suspended for at least a year.
Well, that is big news. Yeah, you want to think you can write it off to youthful mistakes because we know a lot of young people are really into that gambling thing, but they make it pretty clear. They spend a lot of time preparing rookies and everybody else.
They do. The one thing that's maybe a little confusing is the NFL now, for instance, has a team in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders. Forever they weren't going to go to Las Vegas. They have sponsorship deals throughout the league with a lot of these gambling sponsorships, FanDuel, DraftKings, all these places that take gambling, and the NFL is getting a lot of money from these places. So maybe people are a little confused, but if you're an NFL player, it's real simple. Here's the two parts of the gambling policy you can't do. When you're inside Broncos headquarters or on a team plane or at the team hotel or at the stadium, you cannot bet on any sport. And if you and then no matter where you are, you can't bet on the NFL. You can bet on basketball and baseball if you're at home, for instance. One of the problems is all these guys have phones, and all these gambling sites have nice, easy-to-use apps. And, it's something that these players got caught up in. You can bet on basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever you want, away from the facility at your own home. But you can never, under any circumstance, bet on NFL games. And so Uwazurike is out for at least a full year. He can apply for reinstatement 365 days from today.
Feels like such a long time. I would say just stay away from betting altogether.
Yes.
Let's just focus on the game. There's plenty of other, extracurricular things you can do, right?
Yeah. Mike, thank you. We know you're going to have much more later on at 5 o'clock and throughout the evening. Thanks so much.